Hey, I'm Hayden.
And I'm Emily.
And we're Disaster Duo.
We're two dum-dums who create a YouTube podcast to stay in touch.
Anyways, let the chaos begin.
Yay, chaos.
Hey, baby! I'm waiting for Hayden. Jesus! That was so loud.
I know,
oh
same.
My God. Christ. Dear Jesus Christ. I already started recording. And the audience is like, hey, baby! And then, ah! Why was my computer at like full fucking volume? My computer's like I was like, I'm not ready. Hey baby, how's it going, baby?
Hey, baby, I'm tired.
Hey baby.
Yeah.
Hey baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey baby. Hi.
Okay,
how's it going?
I'm tired. It's a lot.
It's a boy. Welcome back, everybody. It's
not
the
like
hour.
it's even late. We're just insane.
It's my body still hasn't adjusted from the time change last weekend.
Yeah.
My body's like, it's dinner time. I'm like, no, it's not. My body's like, yeah, it is, dude. It is din time. I'm like, no, it's not. We're not eating yet. Dinner. I'm like, no. What do you mean dinner? It's not din time. You know.
Yeah, I get it.
And I've been falling asleep an hour early every single night. But
Same.
not like falling asleep, just like getting into bed earlier, you know? You know,
Yeah.
I say like, oh, I fell asleep at this time. It's like, no, I didn't. I'm lying. No, I am definitely lying. I did not fall asleep I did not
And
fall
I
asleep
said,
at 10:30.
no, you know, like a liar.
Yep. Like, oh, I fell asleep at 10:30 last night. No, I did not fall asleep till like 2 a.m. One of my friends is like, he walks up to me and he's like, you tired again? I'm like, yeah, you know it.
You know it.
Oh my God. Okay. I hate myself a little bit.
What?
Do you ever do that thing where you're like looking at someone and then they look at you and you're like, shh, crap, what am I supposed to do? That happened to me the other day. I was staring at someone during math, like literally at the same table as me. I just zoned out on his face because I don't know. My body decided it was time. And so I zoned out on his face and he looks at me and he like smiles at me and then I just dabbed at him. And then it happened again in the same period. I look over and he's looking at me and then I dabbed at him and he was like, what?
You, instead of looking away like a normal person,
I decided to address the fact that I was in fact staring at him by dabbing. He hates me.
I hate you.
I was like, crap. What do I do? Dab!
Instead of looking away like a normal person, or just
no,
being
what I
like,
did,
oh,
like,
sorry.
like...
No. Instead, you dab and scare him.
Dab. I think I went, hey, and then I dabbed. Like, I put my hand up like a wave and then dabbed into my arm.
We can no longer be friends.
He just looked at me with pure confusion. Then I gave him like 8 Nilla wafers and he was fine.
You bribed him to forget about it.
With Nilla wafers.
Yeah.
And then I nearly did it again during history. So.
No.
Sorry. Oh, and then someone was looking at me during history. A different person was looking at me during history. And then I was like making a joke to my table mates, like that he had to do it to him. Like I was sitting with my hands like that he had to do it to him guy.
Yeah.
And he looks over and he's like, haha, and I was like, you are not a part of this conversation, dude. What are you doing? I was standing there, he like pointed out, like I looked, because he was like sitting farther back in between two of my, like, table mates. So I, like,
Okay.
looked between them and I caught his eye for a second, and then he just went, nice, and I was like, absolutely not. No, you're not allowed to do that. That's illegal.
Emily, it's so bad that you subconsciously meme.
Yeah, I know. No, well, that's because I think that I didn't mean to dab at the other guy, but this person, like, he, like,
Well, that's worse.
That is worse. But, like, this time I was, like, making a joke. Like, I was in the middle of a joke, and I just made eye contact with someone, and they responded to the joke I was making to the rest of my table group.
Oh my god.
My history class
You're worse
is a
than some of my
nightmare.
friends.
Oh my god. Okay, so we have another thing for my history class. We have two people, or we used to have two people with the same name in my history class, and then one of them dropped out of the class. But my teacher, like, hasn't, like, figured that out yet. Even though it's been, like, a month and a half since the kid dropped the class.
Yeah.
So she's just been, like, putting him into groups, and putting him into tables, and putting him into projects. And he's not in our class.
Oh my god.
She's so chaotic. But then the other kid who is in our class, who has the same name, has become the superior one, because he's surviving AP US history.
Superior.
Yeah, I'm like, turned to him, I'm like, oh yeah, you're the superior,
Bartholomew Demetrius Zachariah Montgomery.
Yeah, but my teacher's having such a rough time with this. Yeah. So how's your week going? Other than me ruining it by saying that I keep making eye contact with people and then dabbing at them.
Let's see. Last Thursday, I went bowling. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Went bowling, and, like, we all had different names. Like, we changed the names in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, my friend's name was New Pants.
Wonderful.
Well, he never wears, like, jeans, and so he wore jeans, and we're like, okay, well, your new pants, but it came up as New P, so we're like, all right, your name is now New P.
Nope.
So, there's...
Nope.
Yep, so there was Noop. And then they decided that my name was Salem.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and then there was Wheeze. And then there was... and then there was what was the last one? God, what was it called?
Jesus.
Jesus himself.
Lord
what was
and
it?
Savior Jesus Christ.
I can't think of it. What was his name?
Spuduncle.
Stiffy. His name was Stiffy.
Spuduncle.
No, it was
That's my
Stiffy.
Spuduncle.
And I
Sorry.
and I surprisingly won a game.
Wait, how do you win bowling?
You get most points
How do you get points?
by hitting.
How do you bowl?
By hitting an amount of pins.
Oh, I don't think I've gone bowling in like 6 years.
I haven't gone bowling since like I was like 7 or younger. And I was
gotta get on that
surprisingly
whole
won a
bowling
game.
thing.
Dude, it was so much fun. And we're like practicing for a tournament, so we're going again this week.
Yo! You're gonna be a bowler, dude.
Dude, it's so much fun. It was
Sounds
super
like
cool.
It, but I have zero coordination, so I mean,
Oh, neither do I. But
you
I
won
have
somehow. But
somehow. I really don't know how.
Wonderful.
It's just we had SBAC testing. That too.
What's SBAC testing?
Some stupid statistic tests that they make us take.
Ooh, fun.
And my proficiency book came in.
What?
My book came in. My proficiency book
What's that?
for the Chesapeake.
What's that?
It's a high school proficiency exam
Oh, we don't.
to get me out of high school early.
Oh.
It's that thing that I
Did
keep
you do
talking to
good?
you about.
Are you gonna get out?
Emily, it's in March.
Wait, what?
I got a booklet to help study.
Oh,
You're a moron.
I know that. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm learning how to skateboard, and that was
You're learning how to what now? Sorry, it
skateboard.
cut out.
Learning how to skateboard.
Oh, nice. I think I
I'm
would.
apparently not bad.
Did you know that downhill skateboarding is a sport?
What?
Downhill skateboarding? It's a sport.
How?
You have to. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Okay, I was talking to one of my friends, a couple weeks back, and I was talking about this guy I liked, and she was like, "Oh, he's a downhill skateboarder," and I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" She's like, "He's a downhill skateboarder." I'm like, "That's not a real thing," and she's like, "Yeah, it is." She shows me his Instagram account, and it's all pictures of him in like a bike suit with a helmet on, but like skateboarding down the hill, but he's like not. I don't know.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I guess it's just like really aggressive skateboarding but downhill, and you're doing like tricks and stuff, and you've got like your hands on the ground or whatever. Like imagine like sliding down a hill on a skateboard.
Oh wow.
It's like that, I think. I'm guessing. I've only seen like 3 pictures of it. I didn't bother to look it up later.
Yeah.
Hey, Post, can you put some downhill skateboarding photos in, because I don't know how to describe that.
Wait, like, are you laying on your back? Or...
No, you're like on your feet.
Oh, you're
like,
actually skateboarding. Like, okay.
You're like squatting, but like really far down. I don't know. I'll have to add pictures in, and I'll send you some if I remember to.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a sport, though.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I don't think that's safe.
No.
I would die immediately. Hey,
I guess I'm not bad, and I'm proud of it.
really?
Yeah.
I remember one of your friend's skateboard got stolen like 3 years back, and nobody could ever figure out where it got stolen.
Oh
from.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, it got
So
stolen from here, 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 or here. And I was like, that doesn't help anyone.
exactly. It's like that's useless. I don't know what.
I don't know what you want me to do. But then again, she would like leave it outside when we went into stores. So I mean,
Yeah.
can you blame? Yes, you can blame her. I was about to say, can you blame her? I was like, yeah, wait, you can. wait, you definitely can. You leave it outside a shop, that thing is gone. Bye!
Dude, I got Simpson to watch horror movies with me.
Oh no. Oh
So
no.
he watched The Conjuring and he liked it. So now I have someone to watch horror movies with.
I'm sorry.
And New P Man. He
Excuse me, who? Who? Wait, I know you made that. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know who that was.
Bartholomew Demetrius Zachariah Montgomery.
Oh, okay. New P, man. I was like, wait, who are we talking about? Oh my god. They both watch horror. I don't like horror movies because I'm a big baby.
you don't like horror, you don't like roller coasters, you don't like any of that.
I know, I'm such a big baby. I mean, I like roller coasters sometimes, but like I don't like I like roller coasters. Like I'll like if I didn't have to wait a really long time, I'd probably go on roller coasters. But most roller coasters, you have to wait a while, and then my anxiety builds up, and my body is like, ah! You know?
Yeah. Somehow I understand your irrational screaming. Somehow that translates into actual words.
No, it's just like I don't like the buildup. Like, I've gone on roller coasters before. I mean, it's such a weird thing. Like, I like the adrenaline, but I hate the wait, and I hate everything about it. Like, I've been on a couple roller coasters, but it's always like with my dad. And I go like 6 times. I'm like, I love this. And then as soon as my dad's like, I don't want to go anymore, I'm like, well, never mind. I hate this now. Time for me to die. Goodbye, world. Yeah. I don't like a lot of... And horror movies just... I mean, I think I could do, like... What was I talking about?
Horror movies.
Oh. You really like horror movies, but I think I'm just too much of a... Like, once I'm frightened, I'm just frightened for the rest of the night, and it's not fun for anyone. Because I'm just frightened.
So the reason... I am an extremely anxious person, but the reason that I like horror movies is because I have a reason to be scared. I have a reason to be anxious. So it's just kind of like, I'm already anxious, might as well know why.
Yeah. But I think the thing with me is, like, it lasts too long. Like, mine goes beyond the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching Game Night. The movie Game Night. Like, the movie that's supposed to be funny and, like, action-packed. Not a horror movie.
Yeah.
I literally, like, got so nervous I vomited.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, it was a scene where they, like, were, like, cutting someone's arm. And I did not appreciate that. Like, they were trying to, like, get a bullet out. And
yeah, that's fair.
I did not appreciate it, and I just got really nervous and really nauseous, and then I vomited, and my mom was like, what is happening? I was, like, trying to tell my mom, too. I was like, Mom, I feel so ill. Mom. But she was like, you're fine. And then I vomited on her.
She's like, never mind, you're not fine.
I felt so bad because we had to, like, leave, and she actually wanted to see that movie. I felt so bad.
Oh, wait, you told me about this.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was, like, 2 or 3 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
It was while I was still living there. I can't believe I've lived here for nearly 3.5 months now, and I still have not met my neighbor. I've lived here for nearly 3.5 to 4 months. Still haven't met my neighbor. Where are you? Who are you? I don't even know his name. For reference, I've got a neighbor that's around my age, who goes to my school, who's in the same grade as me, who I have yet to meet, and yet to figure out what they look like, who they are, how they talk, what classes they're in, who they're friends with, literally any information. I have nothing. I know nothing. I know what car he drives, because he lives next door to me, and nothing else.
So he's just...
A gremlin.
That's fair.
He's the mole villain from Incredibles.
Oh, no.
He lives under... He's invisible. Wait, no. He lives underground. He travels exclusively
Emily, moles aren't invisible.
I mean,
sorry,
they're underground, therefore they are...
to be a reminder.
No. They are invisible. They're underground and you can't see them, so therefore they are invisible.
They're not invisible, they're just underground.
Once the sunlight hits them, they're visible again.
Well, yeah.
You're welcome. Mole rats are invisible. Wait, what were they? Moles are... Wait, what were they called?
Wait, like Rufus from Kim Possible, that
yes.
mole rat?
Wait, is
like...
that what your cat's named after?
I don't know.
Oh, good. Because it is now. That weird naked rat that guy carried around in that one show from when we were significantly younger, that's your cat. That is your cat. Your cat is that rat.
Yes.
Hi, I'm the hat in the
I'm the cat in the hat. No, you're the hat in the cat. It's up his ass. There it
No,
goes.
I was gonna say I'm the hat in the hat.
What's inside this hat? Another hat. That surprises no one.
Look, it's a slightly smaller hat. It's also made out of hot glue.
Why is it made out of hot glue?
Because I am the original creator of 5-minute crafts. You know that Instagram account?
Yeah.
They made like hot glue flip-flops and hot glue baseball hats and hot glue bracelets and hot glue necklaces. That's me.
Em, you're just hot glue.
Hi, I'm Emily Hot Glue. The thing of what sucks about when we laugh is like we don't have these roaring laughs. We both laugh like silently. Like both of our laughs are just like just a lot of breathing and wheezing. Those are our laughs, dude.
It's so bad when, like, in person when we're laughing, because people look at us like we're insane.
It kind of looks like we're both having like simultaneous aneurysms or something. No, it's funny because my fake laugh, like, you know, everybody has like a fake laugh. My fake laugh is like huge. My fake laugh is this big, like, really loud roaring sound. Because I mean, sometimes it's like, but like sometimes it's like, ha 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 ha! Not really, that's not what it actually sounds like. It sounds more genuine. I just don't feel like doing it right now because, I don't know. But
I'd like to believe, no, I'd like to believe that is your fake laugh.
I walk into a room, ha 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 ha! Hi, I'm a villain. What's up, you guys? Ha ha!
Hi, I'm Emily Hot Glue. Ha ha ha!
Because sometimes it sounds like that, like just really loud, but sometimes it's just like.
When Emily's staying over, my mom will hear us laughing and be like, "Are you okay?
Can you breathe?
Are
Oh
you okay?" We're like,
I remember once we were having a sleepover and your mom walks in and is like, please, the neighbors don't want to hear that.
"Oh yeah."
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me,
No, that was our-
ma'am. This
That
is
was
a
our
PG.
last sleepover.
Was it?
Yeah.
Do-do-do. Well, I'll be coming in December, hopefully.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, I swear, if I run into, like, because I might be, like, dyeing my hair soon. Not all of it, but, like, the ends of it. Remember how I always wanted to get the ends of my hair dyed pink?
Yeah, like a light, not even baby pink. It's more like just a light pink. I know
Yeah,
what you
I'm
mean.
thinking about doing that.
Strawberry. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. I was thinking about doing that myself, just, like, I don't want to have a person do it, because last time they did it, like, all of my hair, and I was like, that's not what I wanted. I just want the tips, thank you. Like, just the ends, not my whole head
Just
of
the
hair.
tip.
Just the tip. Horrible. I hate that. Yeah. So I might do that. And I wear glasses now, and I wear different, like, types of clothing now. I mean, I wear, like, the same stuff, but just, like, I can get some, like, cute stuff. So I've got, like,
Dude, I had a bomb outfit yesterday.
What was it?
I show in moment.
Oh, okay. I also had a bomb outfit the other day. I was wearing, black ripped jeans, a cute, like, you know those painter things where it's, like, a jean shirt that's, like, really long and loose? It's not like a jean jacket. It's thinner than that. I bought it while we were...
Yeah.
And then I wore, like, a crop top, like, it's not actually a crop top, but I, like, folded it to be a crop top, like, tank top.
Yeah.
And I looked so cute! And people were like, you look so cute! And I was like, yo! And I think that's the day I accidentally dabbed at that guy, so I'm not that mad because I looked pretty cute. Like...
You're like, I look cute. I can do this.
I look cute, so I'm gonna dab at you, apparently. No, but
Okay, I sent it.
Okay,
I sent.
Okay. Back to what I was... Ooh, that is really cute. You look
I know,
like...
and then I was wearing Docs with it, and I looked pretty cute.
Ooh, so cute. You looking cute. I'm not gonna put that on camera, in the video, but whatever. You looking cute. But what... Anyways, so I wear, like, slightly different types of clothing now. And I feel like I'm gonna come back and just nobody's gonna know who I am. Like, you're gonna know.
Of course.
But it might take other people a second, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if I dye my hair. Like, I'm gonna Clark Kent him and be like, haha, it's me! I just
I'm
took
gonna Clark Kent them.
haha, it's me, Superman!
Hey, super bitch.
Hey, it's me!
Wait, do you remember when we were like at the mall or something, and this dude was like, "Are you two are you two twins?" We look at each other like, "No."
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And we're like,
It's
"No."
that.
He's like, "Sisters?" We're like, "No. We're best friends."
He's like,
He's
well,
like, "Oh."
oh, great. We were like, oh, we're leaving.
Basically,
Goodbye! Yeet! Oh my god. I literally cannot wait to visit. That's gonna be lit! Like 4 days. Wait, how many days is it? 4 days?
It's gonna be, you're gonna sleep over for 3 days, but stay 4.
Yeah. And then I'm spending New Year's in.
Like Charga Gogman Chaga Shauduna Gungama.
You have no idea how happy I was when I just saw like Silly Kitties is like wants to FaceTime, and I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah, I FaceTimed her the other day during lunch, and I didn't know you were at lunch, so I didn't expect you to pick up. And then you did, and you saw how psyched I was.
I know, you're like, and I'm like, my wife.
Like, I don't think I've ever gotten this angry with a person in such a short span of time. But then again, I'm just an angry being. I'm like the Hulk. You know how Bruce Banner's like, I'm always angry, and then he like turns into the Hulk?
Yeah.
That's me.
That's me towards anyone who like harms you.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're having a good week.
It hasn't been that bad.
Yeah, like this week's been fine.
It hasn't been that bad.
I mean, I got a bad test on one of my scores. I got a bad score on one of my tests.
I hope it was English.
It wasn't. It was physics. I got an A on my recent English essay.
How? You can't speak the language.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't write it.
You can't read it.
Oh, you're right. Oh yeah, I had a movie night with my friends Friday.
What? How was?
It was good. I had a bunch of friends over. Well, a couple of my friends hung out before because like they didn't have rides to my house, so we had to take the bus back to my house. So we like went to the store nearby and got some food and stuff, and then we went back to my house. And I cooked them a nice dinner. I made little tiny quiches, and then I made ravioli. Obviously, I didn't make either of them. I just put them in the oven and put them in boiling water.
Yeah.
Respectively, I did not put the quiches in boiling water. Yeah, and then I just gave him a bunch of candy, and we watched 3 movies, I think. We watched...
Oh, cool. What'd you watch?
We watched the first Scooby-Doo. And then we watched the second Scooby-Doo. And then we watched Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, yeah!
What a random set of movies. Like, we were searching for something else, and then I saw, oh, Scooby-Doo. We should watch Scooby-Doo. That movie's hilarious. And so we did. And then we watched the second one, and then we were, like, searching for another movie, and we just found Meet the Robinsons, and I was like, well, guess it's time. Can I say something about the first and second Scooby-Doo movies?
Yeah.
Live action, by the way. I'm talking about the live action. Who did this? The first... Okay, spoilers for the Scooby-Doo live action. I don't really think anyone cares that I'm spoiling this the first and second Scooby-Doo live action movies. They've been here since, like, 2005. But in the first Scooby-Doo movie that's live action, they go to this island, right? You've seen it? Have you seen it?
I watched it with you at one point for Halloween when we were Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot we did that. Anyways. So basically the premise is the Scooby-Doo gang, they get into a fight after some case and they break up, and then like years later, 2 or 3 years later, they all get like the same letter and they go to Spooky Island or whatever. that movie is whack. They're like, here, let's collect your souls. And then little itty bitty Scrappy-Doo is gonna eat them. Like, what is happening?
Consume!
I'm sorry. Yeah, consume. I'm sorry. Who do you think you are, Scrappy-Doo? I was so shook. I was literally so shook. Because I had forgotten the premise of the movie. And then, like, I knew Scrappy-Doo was the villain, and I was like, wait. They show him once, and they're like, oh, he's the villain. And then in the second movie, they make the villain so blatantly obvious. Have you seen the second one? We didn't watch it.
I haven't seen the second one, actually.
So the second one is basically, they're all back together and they're super famous now, and they're like, they've got their, like, Mystery Incorporated company now, and they're, like, huge and big and famous. And so this museum opens with, like, a bunch of the old costumes from cases they've solved. And so one of the costumes, like, comes back to life, basically. And then there's this villain who's like, Scooby, the gang, I will take you down. Blah, 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 blah. And then it's like,
I'll take your souls.
No, there's no souls in this one, surprisingly.
Damn it.
But in this one, instead of Velma being all, like, insecure, it's Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Shaggy's like, guys, I don't have anything to add to the team. Wait, my name is Shaggy. Both Shaggy and Scooby are insecure the entire movie.
Me too.
And I was like, yeah, I relate, but also, like, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to get me to feel sentimental for Shaggy and Scooby? Because I'm not going to. But basically,
these two, like, high bastards.
Yeah, these two munchy high bastards are not getting my sentiment. But basically, the villain, like, made this machine that, like, uses some weird chemicals and all this weird whack stuff in the old mine that's, like, that makes these costumes turn back into villains or whatever. So it's a bunch of these old villains, like, ganging up against them, and they're trying to figure out who the bad guy is. But there's this one stupid freaking reporter lady who, like, is, like, ragging on their name and making it seem like they're horrible people. And obviously she was the villain.
Yeah.
Because they made it so blatantly obvious. They tried to do a thing where it's like, oh, there's the villain and she's in the same place as the villain and they're in the same spot at the same time. She can't be the villain. No. She was. She just got her assistant to dress up as the villain. And then the assistant got arrested too. Okay.
That's fair.
Okay, so she's a villain. But it gets whacker. So they don't think she's the villain anymore because she pulled that stunt where she was there, but also the villain was there. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, is it the museum curator who, like, likes Velma? Velma's got a crush on this guy, and he's got a crush on her, and, like, he wants to go out with her, but she's, like, insecure. So she wears one of Daphne's outfits, and they go on a date, and he's like, never mind, I gotta go, I'm so sad my museum got robbed again because of you guys. Like, why does this villain keep robbing our museum? And so they go, like, Shaggy and Scooby keep finding stuff before the rest of the crew because they're off on their own because they're all edgy and emo and sad.
Me.
Yeah. And then, okay, so skip ahead a really long time in the movie because the most of it's just filler of the team being, like, depressed and not being able to figure it out and thinking it's one person, then it's not, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then later in the movie, Velma finds a shrine to the, one of the, like, original people who wore the suit, like, one of the original villains. And it's this doctor, and there's a whole shrine to it. And then the museum curator comes out of nowhere. Velma lost her glasses, and she's like, I can't see anything, but there's a shrine here. I can't read this. She's got the paper super close to her face. Blah, blah, blah. So the curator gives her her glasses, and she's, like, freaking out, because she's like, oh, you're the villain because you're, like, you know,
there at the wrong time.
Really creepy, and being there at the wrong time, being very creepy. And then he, like, chases after her, but he catches her when she falls. Like, she falls through these grates while she's running on a platform. And he catches her and pulls her up, and they're like, oh, and then he pushes her, and you're thinking, you're sitting there thinking, oh, he is the villain, he pushed her, but then it turns out the freaking pterodactyl costume grabs him and flies away. And I was like, I'm sitting there with all my friends who aren't paying attention. I'm paying so much attention to this movie. I'm like, what is happening? So then, blah, 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 they do this thing to the machine. They make the machine make it so that all the monsters go away. Scooby-Doo somehow saves the day, even though he's a dog and an idiot. He somehow saves the day. He goes,
Emily, that sounds like you.
Huh?
Sounds like you.
Yeah, he goes like, Ruby, Ruby, Roo, and then he like puts the thing back on. Blah, 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 whatever. So then they get outside and they're like, oh, they unmask the villain. Oh, the villain is the reporter lady. But guess what? We're not done yet. The reporter lady is that old scientist.
What?
They take off the reporter lady's face, and it's that old, gross scientist that the shrine was for. I was so shook. I was like, I did not expect that at all. How did they know that? And then Velma pulls out an old article she found on the shrine. Look, he supposedly died in something, but here he is in front of the museum building 5 years after he was supposedly died or whatever. But
Oh my god.
Single-handedly, my favorite line throughout the film was the assistant to the reporter who was the scientist was like, wait, you're a guy? And he's like, yeah, obviously. And the assistant goes, but we cuddled. And I was like, yo! What is this movie? What is this? What is this? And none of my friends were shook. I was so shook. I was like, what
We're watching this.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then we watched Meet the Robinsons, and I nearly cried. A couple times, but, like, when I was way younger, so I never remember the end of movies. Like, that's just a thing with me. Like, if I watch something when I was younger, there's, like, a 98% chance I don't remember the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like I remember the beginning all the way till very, like till the last, 10 or 20 minutes. And then I forget, the last 10 or 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, I know this happened. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Like, anything I watched before the age of, probably 10 is like that. Like, I don't remember the end of, Chicken Little. Like, I don't know how that movie ends, but I know what it's about and I know what happens.
I've never watched Chicken Little.
You've never watched Chicken, you lucky? I have no idea how that movie ends, but I know, oh, it's aliens or whatever. Sorry, we're spoiling, a ton of old movies, but, who cares? I know what I've watched Lemonade Mouth. I have no idea how that movie ends.
I didn't watch that either.
I've watched High School Musical 3. No idea how that movie ends. You haven't watched that either, have you?
Nope.
Jesus Christ. Because we've as a group watched both the High School Musical movies and the Camp Rocks and not. I don't think. Wait, have you watched Camp Rock?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. What other? Give me examples of movies. I can't think of any.
What about Land Before? Oh, okay.
The Land Before Time? No idea.
Yeah. Oh.
Literally. No, I've watched the movie. I've seen the movie. No idea how it ends. What else? Oh, I can't think of the ending to Snow White. I don't know how that movie ends. She gets woken up, and then I have no idea what happens after that.
Snow White was whack.
Wait, really? Wait, what?
Dude, the witch falls off of a cliff or gets pushed off a cliff or something. Snow White is
sleeping and then she gets kissed. I know that part.
Yeah, and
Don't
then
they get married?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember bits and pieces.
Well, actually, no. She kisses all the dwarves goodbye, and then she rides off with her prince and
in the carriage or whatever. You know
a horse, and so it's okay, bye-bye.
You know what movie we need to watch? Or movies? The first, second, and third Cinderella. Those
Dude.
Cinderella movies are supposed to be whack. The first one's really good, and then the second two are just whack. There's one where the prince literally jumps.
He jumps out the window.
Yeah, he literally jumps out the window. Why does it sound like you're in a garbage can? It sounds like someone took you and put you in a garbage can.
I am the garbage can. I don't know what you mean.
Sounds like somebody took you, a garbage can, and put you, a garbage can, into another garbage can. And then like a plastic garbage bin. And then put you outside the door, and then you screeched. That's what it sounds like.
That's how I always sound. Always.
Thank you.